Hey guys, hope you're doing well. So in this video today, I'm going to be taking you through our A to Z onboarding system that allows us to bring on 5-figure clients in minutes instead of days. And I'm going to show you that entire step-by-step process in detail in this video. Okay, so first of all, before I get into that, if you don't know who I am, my name's Luke. I'm the founder at clicksystems.io. We help online business owners systemize their business and remove them from the back end operations and really client delivery side of the business so that they can really scale with a lot more clarity on their business. Okay, so what I want to do before I go into this onboarding system here is really just start off with why streamline your onboarding process in the first place. Okay, and in all honesty, I think this onboarding process I'm about to show you is a lot different to any other systems that you've seen when it comes to onboarding, because what we've been able to do is really take the entire process and completely streamline it so that there's zero involvement for the business owner in the process. Okay, so when I bring on clients, when my clients bring on new clients, they are completely removed from the entire A to Z process. So that is what I'm going to be sharing with you today. Okay, so stay tuned for that. So as I said, I want to quickly touch on why should you be streamlining your onboarding process. Well, having a streamlined onboarding process is going to really help you with time and cost efficiency. So it's going to save you time and money by automating tasks and reducing your manual work. It's going to improve your client experience. So clients have a smooth and efficient onboarding journey leading to higher satisfaction. That can obviously lead to more referrals, more happiness as well. Faster time to value, so clients can start using your offering sooner, maximizing the value they receive, right? So the faster you get clients started and the faster you get them results, the faster the faster value they're going to get, which means, as I said, they're going to be happier and they're going to refer you, give you case studies, and that's going to only benefit the growth of your business. Increase scalability, this is another massive one. So you can handle more clients without needing more resources. Okay, so you don't need to actually do so much manual work anymore. And the other one is really just workflow standardization. So onboarding processes are consistent, ensuring reliable experience for each client. Oh, and I did actually miss one there, which is enhanced accuracy and compliance. So errors are minimized. Okay, there's no manual errors or anything like that, because a lot of this is done through automation. And obviously compliance requirements are consistently met as well. So that's why you should streamline your onboarding process. And from talking to many business owners, working with different business owners, I've noticed that hardly any have their onboarding process streamlined. And if they do, they've only got it 30 or 50% streamlined. And in this, I'm going to show you how to pretty much streamline the entire process, or at least streamline 99% of the process, so that, as I said, you can remove yourself, focus on the right things, and actually implement all the benefits that I just took you through there. So I'm going to go down here and now take you through the process. Now, I want to make it clear that in this video, I'm going to take you through the overall bird's eye view of the process, okay? And what I'm thinking of doing is making like a mini series of videos going more into depth on each and every stage of the process, because what I want to do with this channel is to purely share value. By the way, if you do want to actually access the systems we build, we are creating a school group, which is a free community where you can access our systems for free and implement them into your business. So do check that out below if you want to take a look at that. But anyway, back to this. So as I said, I want to go through this overall process so you can see how it works, and then over the coming weeks I'm going to be releasing videos on each stage of the process, how you can actually set out from, I guess, a more technical point of view. Okay, so first of all, we need to start off on the left here, obviously. So this is where we have our qualified opportunity, so our sales call basically. Okay, now again, depending on your sales process, it is, and really even your niche, it's going to depend how you go about taking payment or doing the contracts or anything like that. What I'm showing you is, as I said, what works for us and what has worked for our clients, but just know that this can also be tweaked and rearranged to really work for you. Okay, now down here we have a diagram key. Okay, so the kind of like light orange or light pink boxes is a manual process, and the light green boxes with the red outline are an automated process. Okay, just to make that clear. So let's say you start off here, you have your qualified opportunity, you have a sales call, and you now get the yes from the client. Well, what do? Well, with what this process does, we use a software called Better Proposals. Now, this is a software that I'm going to be, as I said, making videos on in the coming weeks. But it's a very, very good proposal / contract software that essentially ties the proposal, contract, and payment via Stripe all together in one, and completely streamlines it. Okay, and I said I'm going to make a video on that, but you can use different tools, and again, this overall flow here that I'm going to show you, you can use a different tool for each stage. So if you don't use Stripe, or if you don't want to use Better Proposals and you want to use like PandaDoc or something like that, that's fine. It will still work the same way. We've just found though that for us, Better Proposals is by far the best and easiest to use. Okay, so first of all, we have our qualified opportunity. All we do is we create the contract or proposal and get it ready for the client. Okay, so we would do that before the call. Okay, or you can have a templated contract or proposal on Better Proposals or PandaDoc that's ready to go. Okay, and this is a manual thing. Okay, this is one of the only manual parts of the entire process. So let's run through this now. So was the contract signed? If not, we can have an automated follow-up sequence that basically goes to that prospect, okay, into like a campaign, and this is where we connect it to our CRM. Okay, I'm going to actually ignore this part for now, because I want to show you just the overall flow of onboarding a client instead of them not signing the contract. That's probably another video for another day. So first of all, we have, as I said, we send over the contract or the proposal. The contract gets signed. Okay, now once the contract is signed, that's going to automatically send an invoice to the client. Now again, depending on your industry, you might take payment all up front, or if you're a retainer based, you might want to just take a deposit up front as well. Okay, and then take the full monthly retainer after that. So either way, it doesn't matter, as long as you send the proposal, they sign the contract and pay the invoice. Okay, whether it's a small deposit or the full amount, as I said, it's going to depend on your niche. So if the payment is received, yes, that is then the trigger for the rest of the onboarding automation. So basically, the way that this system works is it only goes ahead with the onboarding of the client if the client has signed and paid. And that's what I found talking to a lot of different business owners, that a lot of entrepreneurs don't have this side of the thing, or this side of the system nailed down, which is they'll start onboarding clients without even receiving a payment or without even getting the proposal signed. Okay, so with this system, it makes it very, very easy to get the proposal and payment paid. Okay, so the proposal signed and the payment paid, so that then everything else can flow, okay, and get set up. So it's very, very professional and very, very streamlined as well. So once the payment's received, that is now basically the trigger that is going to send the onboarding welcome email to the client. Now within this email, it's going to include a link to the onboarding form and a redirect to your calendar where they can book a call for the onboarding call. Okay, so we just use a simple Gmail email that comes through. We use Jotform for our form builder, but again, you can use Typeform, Google Forms, whatever you want. And then it's going to redirect to our Calendly, where the client will then book a call in with us for the onboarding call. Okay, so when that happens, we then get a notification in Slack that, hey, this client has paid and they've completed their onboarding form. So that notifies me and the team that this client has now onboarded, and we can get going straight away. So now the client has signed the onboarding email. That again is now the trigger, I guess, for the back end process of our onboarding system. And this is more what happens on the back end of our team, or let's say for one of our clients who's an agency, to basically get the client now set up. If they're a marketing agency or a web agency, now getting that client set up as fast as possible. But what we do is we leverage automation using Zapier to basically set up the back end process. So when the client completes their onboarding form, okay, and books their onboarding call, that is now going to trigger all of the other things within the back end of our business, such as Google Drives, subfolders, Google Drive folders and Google Drive subfolders, so folders within that folder. We use ClickUp, but again, you can use Asana, so it sets up the ClickUp space for the client. It creates an onboarding checklist. Again, this is another video that I'm going to go into detail another time. It updates our client in the CRM, moves them to the deal close stage. It sets up a Slack channel for the client and us, and then that's just a duplicate there as well. But this should actually say sends a confirmation email to the new client to say, hey, just to let you know, now you're fully onboarded, everything's up and running, we're getting working on your stuff, we'll see you at the onboarding call. Okay, so that's what this final step should be here. So this is a really handy automation. Now the onboarding call has been scheduled because they would have booked that in, and then what's going to happen there is going to sync the event to both of our calendars, and then we can now start preparing for the onboarding call, and that's where you can go into like expectations, getting them set up on the technical side, all of that stuff. So as I said at the start of this video, this is a fairly basic run through of the onboarding system, but in all honesty, this has allowed us to take on 5-figure clients, so very high ticket clients, in the space of literally minutes. Okay, and if we look at this from a high view and we go back to the diagram key, if you actually take a look at this, the only thing that is manual in the whole process is creating the personalized contract or proposal, and the rest is all automated and all connected, and it's all laid out in the order that it should be going. There's not, we don't send the onboarding email before the payment is made or anything like that. It all goes in the correct order. So what we've done is taken this entire process of getting a client set up and fully onboarded with expectations met with literally one manual click in a way, okay? Because this proposal is personalized, but you could also just have a templated proposal or a contract, okay, that you don't really need to fill in. You just put in their name and the date, and then that's it, okay? So ideally, we've taken that whole process and we've completely streamlined it from end to end. And there's obviously other components to this that I haven't gone into in this video, because I didn't want to make it too long, and I want to create more videos, as I said, breaking down each stage of the process. But we do have some other features within our onboarding system, such as landing pages and stuff like that the client can go through. But from a high level view, this is a very, I would say, basic but streamlined system that any business, okay, in any niche can implement to get clients fully onboarded, get the contract signed, the payment made, get them onboarded with all their information, and get all the back end setup done within your business for your team to be able to get working on the client ASAP, so that now the client can basically just turn up to the onboarding call, the work can start, and now you can not have to focus on all of this stuff, and there's no room for errors. There's because it's all done through automation and robots, there's no manual work, there's no errors or anything like that, and everything just really smoothly flows. Okay, so guys, I'm going to be giving away the automations in my school group for free, and a bunch of other systems that I'm going to be working on over the coming weeks. And as I mentioned at the start, I'm going to be probably creating a mini series on this. If this video obviously gets like a decent response and I find people want to know more about this, then I'm probably going to create, as I said, a detailed breakdown of like each stage of the process as well. So like, what automation do we have for this? How do we set up better proposals? How do we set up this automated follow-up sequence? The forms, the back-end stuff, all of that stuff. So I'm probably going to do an in-depth series on this, to really, as I said, I really want to give as much value as I can. But in all honesty, if you do have any questions as well, let me know in the comments, and I'm excited to see any questions that people have on this, and maybe there's a couple tweaks that could be made as well. But overall, as I said, this is something that you can implement into your business to really streamline and remove yourself completely from the entire process. Okay, and for me, it's been a massive game changer, because now when I take on clients, I literally just have to send the proposal and the rest is done, and then my team take over, and that's just completely off my plate. And on top of that, I've just had really good positive words and positive responses from new clients who are really blown away of how smoothly everything flows, and how there's no like back and forth communication as well, right? Because then again, that's another thing when it comes to clients, getting set up. There's a lot of back and forth sometimes when all of this stuff is very manual. But in order to obviously scale your business, you need to have systems in place that just give you clarity on how things work, so that you can really just scale with a peace of mind, knowing that your systems can handle the growth. Okay, so yeah guys, look, if you do find this interesting, please do subscribe and support the channel. As I said, I'm going to be giving away tons of free systems, automations, and really just going into like problem solving and systems thinking over the next coming months and years. So yeah, please do subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed it, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, bye.